For decades, people have turned to military service to pay for college. It proved more challenging for people of color.
As WVTM 13's Chip Scarborough shows us, the higher education military benefits ultimately made a world of difference.
Edward Brown graduated from Birmingham's West End High School in 1990. He had dreams of attending college, but couldn't exactly afford it. So he joined the United States Army in 1992.
I don't come from a family of means. My mother worked in Birmingham as I worked for Golden Flake Snack Foods for 30 years. And I'm the product of a single parent home. She was great. I wanted for nothing, but approximately $30,000 to pay for an education, collegiate education, just wasn't really practical.
After 2 years of service, Brown applied to the University of Alabama, Birmingham through the GI Bill, offering those with military service the opportunity to further their education or training. The GI Bill, formerly known as the Servicemen's Readjustment Act of 1944, was signed into law on June 22, 1944, by then-President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Several modified versions have been signed into law since, the most recent in 2017 by former President Donald Trump, according to MilitaryTimes.com. Known as the Forever GI Bill, it provides $3 billion towards 10 more years of education funding.
So honestly, the prospect of getting funds to go to college was the main thing that really inspired me to enlist. And I took full advantage of that.
So in the decades prior to Edward Brown attending UAB here, it wasn't always easy for people of color to take advantage of the GI Bill benefits, even though they were eligible. Some people purposely blocked because of the color of their skin. 1.2 million black Americans, according to the History Channel. But equality ultimately prevailed.
As a result, we were able to get many individuals that became officers in the military. Not only did they become officers in the military, they became leaders amongst their ranks, and it gave them an opportunity that they would not have had any other way in order to get an education or a degree in higher education.
The GI Bill benefits don't just help with education.
To enter into a program in which they could realize the dream of being a homeowner and giving them resources that they would not have had otherwise.
For people of color who were previously excluded from the GI Bill, lawmakers on the national level want to right that wrong, proposing surviving spouses or direct descendants of black World War II veterans receive access to home loan and education benefits. Brown went on to serve in the U.S. Army and Alabama Army National Guard for 29 years before retiring last year. His oldest daughter, now a teacher, was even able to take advantage of some of her father's leftover benefits.
Highly beneficial for me. I'm definitely an advocate of that. That was a life-changing piece of, that was a life-changing option for me, a life-changing piece of legislation.
State Representative Wandalyn Gavan has another reason to smile about the GI Bill.
As a woman, there was a turn-on to a lot of women that they knew that they were going to have a man in their life that would approach them, that would give them, well, you know, I'm going to join the military and I'm going to, you know, go in under that GI Bill, because that's what they would say. I'm going in under the GI Bill, you know, in other words, they were letting them know that they had something to offer.
The GI Bill has helped improve life for people of all races and given strength to the black voices of Alabama. In Birmingham, Chip Scarborough, WVTM 13.